So yeah, while we were outside, we were talking about, the word Mudimo Shkwembo has always been around, and you said you believe this is like evidence because it came with them. You get what I'm saying? But just so I understand, like, because when we say them, it's talking about white people. I'd like to take it a bit deeper.
Yeah, and it does go a lot deeper because the first scripts,
Yeah.
how they make it easy for us to understand the scripts is because we know the stories, all the stories.
Yeah.
All these stories you find in the Bible, Vimanika Shastra, whatever religion that's easily acceptable by a lot of black people.
Yeah.
Is because the stories are similar, slightly similar, just small changes.
Same thing with Noah's Ark. It's like in 300 books.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so since we see that you know about this, so they make it easier for us to accept because I'm initiated gospel,
Okay. Yeah.
and I found that it has a lot of more stories.
Mm-hmm.
And as an initiated person, I don't think it would be easy for you to link the two stories and actually make them one because they know how to bridge the gap. The gap in us not being able to connect it. So regarding rena tsa rena ke di rastation ke di rastation but re ka se re bible ke di rastation.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So they know how to bridge that boundary because a lot of our grandparents know how to instill it in us.
Yeah.
No, don't question the book. Don't.
Yeah.
A lot of many people have foundation near religion. Even if you grow up and you get knowledge that can wake you up, a lot of people find it hard to say, okay, then I'm not gonna quit this because what am I gonna believe? Since someone else, you don't have the foundation here. Your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you had something to fall back to, a lot of people would just quit religion. Now they don't give you anything
else
to fall back to. If you want to check South African history or African history, mostly you just go back to apartheid.
That's it. That's what they want us to believe.
And you'll get for example Mapungubwe Valley of the Kings. Not many people know who's buried there and why and how.
Yeah.
Because this is many things they keep secret. The artifacts they found in Mapungubwe, they're keeping them in UP. Yeah, and many of them stay hidden because there's some alien guns and
those were the things, little artifacts they were willing to say, okay, we can give you this. What they stole, that guy still left with.
Yeah, they have a lot of things they are not even willing to show you.
Yeah,
they're not willing to show you what I dwell mostly into and trying to research religion. You try to find out if the places still exist. So that will take you into like archaeology. You'll find out there's forbidden archaeology, there's black archaeology,
Yeah.
So that is kept hidden from the masses because anywhere in the world that a white man has set foot, there's sign of black man. Archaeologically first. Like statues of kings dressed like Shaka Zulu all over the world,
Oh, crazy.
So that they try to keep that hidden. And also if you look at deities, like deities of religious purposes, you'll find it's black people. They try to keep that hidden. In China they have one forbidden temple.
Yeah.
It's just if you see the Buddha, you can that's my brother.
That's Yeah.
If you see the statues, so that history they keep them out, and then they make new statues. That they're gonna keep in front, so you see, okay, it's a Buddha statue, and if they look more Indian or Chinese, you'll recognize it's Buddha. But if they show you the black Buddha, even you won't believe with that joke. There's no way Buddha was black. There's no way Shiva, Yoma Indian, was black. There's no way Jesus, where Christianity was black.
No, it's so crazy, man. The hardest thing being a black man is even when you close your eyes, you have to battle. Cause I'm religious, I'm a Christian, but like when you close your eyes, you have to fight to say, this guy I'm praying to is not white.
Yeah. Now they'll make
you
you
what I'm saying?
They'll make you question it. Like you'll question a lot of things if you're trying to to be a liberated Christian, you're gonna be sidelined. As you know,
I get you.
Yeah, if you try
100%.
to, because they will say, a free thinker is Satan's slave. So if you question, like, you know,
crazy.
they don't want a free thinker.
Yeah.
They don't want that because it's not good for the religion. Like, because a lot of things, like if you go to science, we need to be able to prove them.
Yeah.
So, like, human origin is very hard to prove. That's why there's a gap here. Yeah, Noah's Ark. But even from Noah's Ark, it's very hard to prove human origin. How did we repopulate the earth from just one family? You know, a lot of things wouldn't make sense because a lot of people that are doing DNA, studying DNA, will tell you, no, dude. As soon as this gap is bridged, people won't be cool anymore. As soon as with this bridges give, people won't be cool. It might be cool first 2-3 generations. But that's how you have hillbillies. It's people from the same family who've done it.
Watched it
excessively.
over.
Excessively. Now the kids are not as cool looking anymore, even brain functions. So if you check with us, we'll try to prove it in many ways, but it's not an easier way.
That's crazy.
Because if you think of Adam and Eve as two people, then it makes it even harder to prove it. But that's why it's knowledge. It wasn't just one person or two people. There's maybe a group of 100 men and 100 women. That seems plausible that it can populate the
So now when this white man colonizes Africa, when we're talking in origin, where do white people come?
And you should check the numbers in terms of population of the earth. You should check the numbers. It's white people are a very small number. That's what many people don't know. Many people, and the reason why white people have to fight with us is to preserve their own culture or race. Because if you might as well have 100,000 black men in Europe in 10 years, there won't be any white. We would wipe them out just via genetics. If we just have sex with them, we'll wipe them out.
It will be over.
You know? So it's an odd anomaly from us. If you believe the out of Africa thesis, and it says people came from Africa, they went up.
That's true.
Like, that is just a thesis, but it has a lot of bridging gaps that many people can't bridge. If you believe that, you'd know actually white people are our children. Know actually even how we sighted them out. You'd know even from which genetics we started breaking. You know, because Akashic record Egypt, there's a record of how did we populate, and they know this. Trust me, in all these lodges or orders that they have, the one thing they have is the preservation of knowledge, preserving the knowledge, and they keeping this knowledge preserved. They know all the truth they know all this. They just don't want you to know.
That's crazy.
You know, they just don't want you to know how, where, you know, how did it come about? Because actually people did originate from Africa in theory, because of archaeological findings, like maybe bones. The oldest bones found is here. The oldest ancient mines is South Africa. It's like this is 100,000 years old. The oldest is 100,000.
Where is it located?
In Mpumalanga.
Right over here.
If we were mining 100,000 years ago, then all the information you said about us being savages is wrong.
Amen.
Because mining is a very complex thing. To actually take gold out of the stone is very complex.
Mapungubwe, when you reference Mapungubwe, we stopped our history. The city just stopped round about 11 AD. White people started coming in 1600 AD. So what were we doing over there?
Prior.
You get what I'm saying? And what stopped it? And you get what I'm saying? All these crazy things that could have been found there. You get what I'm saying?
Trust me, a lot of things are found. They just don't reference them in archaeology. They find a lot of things. They find a lot of, like, if you check Mapungubwe's findings, the ones they have, it's just the small golden faces and with diamonds and the rhino. Yeah. That's nothing compared to what they really found. They found giant rhinos. They found over 50 graves of different kings. Each king had different archaeological findings, like artifacts, gold, diamond, rubies, scepters, crowns. They found quite a lot of things.
They call that the greatest archaeology theft ever done. Ever done. Mapungubwe and Zimbabwe, the Great Wall of Stone, House of Stone.
The Great House of Stone was the capital of Africa, actually. Was the capital country, or mainly because we didn't have borders, so we couldn't really rule it out as a country. But it was like a capital place of Africa as a whole. What they don't tell us now is that all the minerals, like, that's the richest place. You know, that's where kings used to gather. That's why you check our Robert Mugabe, they stayed so long. It's because he knew me and my father or my father's father, he bloodline a kingship. So I'm actually king by right here, not by all your laws, but by right I'm king here. Yeah, you know.
That's crazy.
So many people, you know how they do. They'll just sanction any good information. If you come with any information, they'll sanction it out.
And it's actually what happened to Zimbabwe. They were quite lucky to even get the name back, because when that guy arrived there, he was like, "This couldn't have been built by a black man."
Cecil John Rhodes.
Yeah, he was like, "Nah,
like, no, this is our ancient city that our white people built and built and left."
And he based that on a stake. He was like, "No, yeah, this is from Solomon's temple."
Because they have similar. The Great House of Stone, it has a lot of similar buildings in Rome.
Oh, snap.
And a lot of similar buildings are like this. And you have to know there was many a conquest with people skipping, because it's easier to cross into other countries from the top. So a lot of people crossed with a lot of information. We know about the ruling of Timbuktu when they took all the books, you know. So we know, no, it's not your architecture. You saw this building from here. You check our oldest buildings like Ethiopia. If you check Ethiopia, Ajanta Caves. If you check about, then you know
when you even talk about Ethiopia, that even opens up another gap, because they're the only country in Africa that wasn't colonized. And they 7 years behind us according to the calendar. That still questions time. What is time? What is you know? Because their perception, and this was my also realization as well. Their New Year. Do you know when their New Year is?
Spring.
That's the African New Year.
Like
September is when New Year is, because you actually feel a difference when you're in December and you're crossing over to January. You don't feel a difference. There is no difference in spirit. There's no atmosphere. In September, that's when you feel it. That something is new here. You get what I'm saying? So when I was like, oh, okay, somebody duped us here. You get what I'm saying?
In many ways. And if you check how they do it, that's when you'll get the real essence of how these people are. They will use whatever you like. They won't stray from what you are doing. Man, African people like gathering around fires and singing. So we'll build a church around that. You like to gather, let's gather. A lot of African men used to unwind using mkomboti and having conscious talks. So they knew, you guys have conscious talks and you drink this.
You
try our drink
and stuff.
This
like that,
our drink is better, you know. But our drink will make you fight more. Our drink has the, you know. So they won't,
you more. And stuff
they don't shift from what we do. They stay in what we like, and just perpetuate their own things in the things we like.
It makes you sick and stuff like that.
For real, man. If we knew how much sicker we get by just accepting like ARVs, you know, like many people don't know that you don't have to drink them, you know.
That's
as
true.
Soon as you drink them, you make
killing your white blood cells.
You're making it easier.
Because you say what happens is it's you saying to your white blood cells, it says, okay, I'm taking over, I'm gonna protect this guy from here on forth. I'm in charge. And then you wash them out. So the moment you skip a day or something human that happens, you get killed by flu, bro.
And easy things.
You get killed by anything.
Pardon me. I mean, they will still dupe us. There's the saying that's from Egypt that says you must kill their kids yet unborn. You know, before they even exist, they must be dead. And it's very easy to do this. This is what one thing we don't know. If our parents are dead psychologically, we'll grow up under how they think. We'll think like them. And many of us think like our parents, which our parents are in fear, which our parents don't know that fear is an option that weakens your immune system. You know, it's an option that you take. It's an option you take subconsciously or consciously. You can't just be in fear. You have to question yourself so many times and then say, yes, this is the option I'm gonna take.
And that makes you sick.
Just by that, it makes you sick, man.
Crazy.
There's many ways they're still gonna kill us. Just by information being neutral, we should know how to make information be useful for the next generation that's gonna come. You know.
So okay, now that you're saying that, I'm gonna shift into your personal life. So now, you know all of this. You started in Ethiopia with your family over here. You don't even your child is homeschooled.
Yeah.
You know, how do you guys live? What's your guys' diet? What do you do to heal yourselves? You know.
Oh man, the thing is, I can say I'm into it myself, or I have a gift. You know.
Yeah.
I plant many things, though I buy a lot of veggies. We plant a lot here, so just veggies, and we do eat meat though. We choose some meats we eat, but mostly we just veggies. We try to refrain from Western medicine, but at times you feel like, okay, I think this works, let me use it. But obviously it's because now how we grew up, our grandparents would prepare us for each and every season beforehand. Makuzongena winter, sebaya spade, sebaya senza, you know, before the winter. So when the winter comes, flu is just gonna skip you. Even when the summer comes, you need to eat this, so that the summer headache
transition easy.
You know, So we need to learn all this information, of which was common information to our grandmothers. But there's a big gap between our grandmothers and our parents. And you know, the system made it possible so that there's another gap between us and our parents.
Man, this thing is so messed up. When you say that, nah, it's also like a joke I heard from Joe Rogan, which is also true when you're studying, like, start seeing things. They make it seem like the 1800s are so far away. And then you realize, no, it was like just 2 or 3 people away. That's when knowledge was.
And information could have been easily passed down.
It could have been easily passed down.
My granddad still has a python even now.
Oh,
you know,
snap.
He has a farm right here. He's got a live python that he lets live around his farm. And he has the best head ever. You know, cows, sheep, pigs, everything. And the python eats once in 6 months.
Oh, snap.
You know?
So why does he have a python?
For the fat. It secretes, when it's digesting, it secretes some other type of fat. And all the animals will gather around it and lick the fat. It bridges the mating season for animals. Many animals have mating season, so they don't mate anytime. But if they lick that, then they can mate anytime, you know. So you find out the cow just had a calf last year, it's having another calf this year recently,
and it's making it big,
the herd bigger. So
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Oh, what's deep is that even the fat from the python works for humans as well. If you try it and place it on you, so many women will come for you because it has like this. This is just little information. Understand how just they made it such deep info. But it's not.
This is just the surface.
It's just the surface. There's many deeper things that we could use or drink that will, because DNA is constantly growing. You know. That's what many people don't know. Every day your DNA is building new strands. So if you're helping your DNA, it will build faster. Or make other things faster, you know. That's why information is neutral, man. Now kids are being born with 3 helix, you know. We grew up knowing about a double helix.
That's true.
Some kids have 4 helix, and it's just dormant information. They use the injections,
the vaccines and
to numb the progress of children. Many children can't focus in school because the academic way of learning doesn't work for them. For them, this is just easy information. I could be processing this information while playing and processing at the same time, you know?
It's judging a fish with its ability to climb a tree.
Yeah.
That's true. Like the education system is very
dated now. Yeah. Kids are more vast than...
And it's a slow way to teaching me. How are you teaching me?
You know?
I feel you. No,
but the thing with them is they have to use repetition to drill the information into your head. Any information they use, they have to repeat it so many times so that you believe it. And some of the things we don't believe, man.
Are you educated or are you just the smartest regurgitator?
For real. For real. Many of the things you don't even recognize, you don't know. I was fascinated because I dwelled into a lot of religions. I seek God. I studied the Bible really attentively, not even just the Bible, even other types of Bibles from other religions. Yeah. Seeking God, you know. Yeah. You'll find out that many of the things you don't understand them. When I read the Christian Bible in like Genesis, many of the people don't understand. In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was with God. That information, you don't understand it. Yeah. I asked myself as a kid or as a person that used to claim they were woke at the time. Yeah. And I would be sure I don't know what this information means, man. Yeah. It sounds cool to the brain. Yeah. That's why it's easy for me to take it in, but I don't understand what it completely means. What it means, you know?
Intelligence is simplification. That's what Malcolm X said, you know. And the Bible is many a complex thing. You get what I'm saying? And it's written in some are metaphors, some are written in song, and you know, so that thing alone, it's like a puzzle that there is truth in there, but only a few know how to you get what I'm saying?
Actually, many of what is known as churches today, in the 1600s was just universities, and only a select people will go there, because even in the Bible there's Hegelian information that the scientists or the alchemists of the time would use to give it to each other, you know.
Straight.
Yeah, you know, about like I'll
like
use
a synagogue type of thing.
I'll use one example. Yeah. Like space and time continuum, and hence sin in if you do bad you going to sin. Yeah. This is sin, and sin vibrates at a lower frequency. Let's say good vibrates at a higher frequency. Yeah. Because actually frequencies do exist, and people that do more good things or say good things to people will automatically vibrate at a higher level.
It's like mantras, daily mantras, what they tell us to do. You know, tell yourself that you're
so that's basic information. Yeah. So when they say, I'll put it like this, if I could just draw it and show you, but I'll just say it's a sine graph, right? So this is the graph, this is the sin. Yeah. Like that's why it's called sine graph. So these people would use this information in Bibles. Yeah. In the Bible. So if I give you a chapter and you're an alchemist yourself, you would know what you are reading. Oh, and a commoner would just be reading a Bible verse. Yeah. About Mang doing bad and doing this. That. Yeah. And you, because they leave all this information in there. Yeah. An alchemist would know, oh, check this, they're saying this and this and this. Oh, so snap. This vibrates like this, you know? I get so you. That's just information. Yeah. It has nothing to do with belief. As a commoner, you're going to take the belief side of it and not know the knowledge behind it, you know what I'm saying? That's what many people are suffering from in our days, because you'll be reading the same thing but you don't get it the way it's intended for you to get, you know. You don't, you know, like if you're a Christian and you don't know what the sun has to do with Christianity, you don't know Christianity. The Christianity is about the sun and its movements and its cracks and it's what, you know, like, so it is his stories personification, as I may put it, of the sun. Yeah. So if you know all its movements, it will know when to plant, when seasons, to reap, exactly. You know, exactly. So if we do this, practice Christianity, we'll always have food. because we know when the sun is gonna do this and when it's not gonna do this. But now, if you're gonna say the sun is Jesus, then it's two different things. Because you're looking at now a person. How can a person do this? How can a person? But if you knew it's the meant the sun originally, you would know when to plant, when not to do this, when to do this, when to eat what, you know,
and then live a wholesome life.
For real.
Yeah, that's great. We're gonna have to stop it here.
Yeah, man.
Till next time, we're definitely gonna interview you yet again. Thank you guys for viewing.